So the recommendation from the Department of Health, and also all the other health departments from all the other developed countries, is that you should think about introducing solids into your baby's diet around 6 months. Now, you might have heard people saying, oh, but there's new research that says that's not a good idea. Not the case, actually. There are people questioning it, as they always are when it comes to decisions about science and decisions about babies, but the recommendation is currently sticking at 6 months. Now, that doesn't mean the day your baby gets to 6 months, that's a magic thing that happens and, the sun comes up differently and that baby's ready to start eating. It may well be that a baby's ready at 5.5 months, or a baby's ready slightly after 6 months. But the reason we recommend around 6 months is we know that that's generally around the time when a baby's digestive tract is matured. A baby has what we call gut closure, which means their gut is less permeable to pathogens and allergens. And if you do give them something allergenic, it's going to be slightly less harmful to them. It's also around the time that the amylase enzyme, which helps a baby to digest starch, starts to be released by the baby's body, and they can actually make use of the food you give them. If you're putting baby rice into a 2-month-old baby, they're not actually going to be able to digest the nutrients from that anyway. So we wait for 6 months for that reason. We also wait for around 6 months because that tends to be the time when babies are more able to sit upright. They have better motor control to lift food to their mouths. They're able to move food safely to the back of their throats. It's physiologically a little bit of a safer time to introduce solids. And the other reason that we might consider introducing solids around 6 months is that the natural iron reserves that are laid down in the last trimester of pregnancy begin to start to run out sometime after 6 months. And now we know from research that some babies who are 8 months old will still have quite high levels of iron, but we can't guarantee that's the case. So we want to introduce iron-rich foods sometime around 6.5, 7 months. So let's start introducing solids around 6 months. Now, it might be your baby's ready slightly earlier, but unlikely to be a lot earlier than that.